I'm Roxie with Roxie's Broadway Breakdown. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to do Best Dramatic Monologues for Males, Part 2, because I already did another one of these, which I will link below. But this whole new set of characters, just want to say, I think you should always do, first off, what makes you feel comfortable, what makes you feel really confident, and what you feel is going to make you shine. Your talent is going to shine the best, obviously, bottom line. Because some people say never do monologues for musicals. Some people say always do monologues for musicals if you're auditioning from a musical. But first off, like I say, make sure you're confident with it and make sure it's appropriate to the show and the character you're auditioning for. So just putting that out there. Another note, I think as far as like real world, when you're auditioning for an actual musical, as opposed to like an academic setting, not that it's not real to audition for an academic setting, like when you're trying to get into a school program or something, like an educational program like college or you know, some kind of academic setting, they make you do like a dramatic and a comedic monologue, at least 1 to 2 minutes. And so you have to have something prepped. When you audition for a musical, always, always, always have something in your back pocket. Absolutely, because you never know what they're going to ask for. I have just found in real world, in my experience, that by the time they see you sing and dance, they already know what they're looking at and where they want to place you. If it's a lead, a supporting role, ensemble, and by the time they're kind of narrowing it down, and they're really looking at you for something, they're just going to hand you the script and have you read something. So that's why I say your monologue kind of goes by the wayside, and they're just like, here's a script. We want to hear you read for such and such role. That's just in my personal opinion. Okay, take that for what you will. So let me start out with Fagin from Oliver. Now, I think there's a lot of roles for some reason with like a Cockney accent in musical theater. So if you're going to do a monologue with a dialect of any kind, make sure you nail it cold. Like, don't just like, I kind of can do this. No, it's got to be great. And I picked I'm a Real Miser. I think this is from the musical. If not, you can find one in the script. But I picked I'm a Real Miser. Yeah, I like all me pretty little things, me jewels. I'm a thief. Because who's going to take care of me? Are you? Because he's talking to Dodger and Oliver. But, you know, you've just got to really nail it. Or else they're going to be like, I can't understand them. What are they saying? Or is it kind of a Cockney dialect? I don't know. All right, from Chicago, Billy Flynn. Billy Flynn's just a great character. He's just like, look over here while I'm doing this. He's such a con man, a razzle dazzle. And it's now the first thing we gotta do is go after and like make you sympathetic with the press. He's talking to Roxie because he's like, this whole image you got going is not working. You're gonna end up on death row. So that's a great monologue. Patrick from American Psycho. If you go onto Spotify and you look at the cast album and it's the opening monologue, and this is just great because he's like going through a checklist of like everything he does to get ready in the morning, and it's so meticulous and detailed, like naming the brand of moisturizer he has to have, and you can tell it's not robotic. He's just very meticulous and spot on, and you can tell getting ready in the morning is no different to him than killing somebody. It's the same kind of checklist he has of, I have to do this, 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 and this, so I don't even end up with like a spot of blood on the carpet. And he's just very put together in a box, and nothing, no detail does he stray from. He's just suit and tie, everything's perfect. Matt Smith was great in the show. I think he did it in London. Matt Smith from House of Dragons, but Christian Bale was great in the movie, so there you go. I picked JD from Heather's Another Sociopath, his Can't Believe You Did It monologue, and totally different kind of sociopath. Like, he's more loose cannon, just, you know, killing of opportunity, just like kind of whoever is in my way, they gotta go. More immature. So if you need that kind of character that's sociopathic. There's two different choices. And then Tevye from Fiddler on the Roof. I love Tevye. He's got so many great monologues in the show. And this is where Zeidel and Muddle come to him and they say, we've pledged to each other that we're going to get married. And he's like, no! What are you talking about? This is against our traditions. The matchmaker has to match you, and then people get married that way. And so they gave each other a pledge. Unheard of, absurd. They gave each other a pledge. Unthinkable. So in the show, he does this on top of music. So what you have to do if you want to do this monologue, take the music out, because otherwise you are going to do it to this rhythm, and it's going to almost be like a song. So while it is a great monologue, just remember that, like, don't think of the music, don't think of the rhythm, and just do it in your own like pace. Just go at your own pace and think about the words you're saying, because it is great. He's like having to weigh the pros and cons. Like, do I want happiness for my daughter, or do I uphold, you know, to these ingrained traditions in our ways? So really, really great monologue. All different kind of characters. Anything from a very caring father to complete sociopaths. Very different. All right. There you go. I hope you liked that. Don't forget to click and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next.